The first cell block I went to in the county jail, we had this kid who was young and obnoxious and always trying to fight people, and one guy called him the cell block mascot, which I thought was a pretty good description. And even though he was young and obnoxious and always trying to fight people, everybody had kind of a soft spot for him, because everybody saw he'd clearly had a really hard life, and he was where he was as a result of the experiences he's had and the love and support he hadn't received. So for about 2 weeks, he was bragging about how he was getting out and all these things he was going to do and all these girls he was going to see and all this money he was going to make. He got out that morning, and by that evening, he was back in that very same cell block. And the reality was, he had nowhere to go, he had no money, and he had no support. And on that road from the jail back to town, I can't tell you how many people I've seen walking with a trash bag over their shoulder with nowhere to go and no sense of hope. So he made the same decision that so many people make, to commit another crime to go back to that jail, because at least he'd have a roof over his head and something to eat that night. And while I was in prison, I can't tell you how many guys I saw get out and come right back, eventually ending up back on the same compound where we were on in the beginning. While I was at Buckingham, there was one guy who came back 5 separate times.